He goes, that should be a living sacrifice. It should be presented to God as a living sacrifice. Like, you don't die. You're not going to go on some table somewhere and be burned and die. You're going to be a living sacrifice. Every day you're going to wake up and you're going to go through Psalm 145, right? And you're going to meditate, and every day you're going to declare that God is gracious and merciful and loving. And you're going to say it so that all can see, because you're worshiping. So what does it look like for us to live as a living sacrifice? I think the best, theologically accurate, and the best metaphor or picture of God in our lives is that of light. And the idea that there is no shadow with God. What does that mean? Think about this for a second. If you place anything anywhere, right? I could do like hand puppets on the wall maybe or something, right? Shadow puppets, not hand puppets. Sorry. There's no shadows with God. His light pervades everywhere. These corners, these walls are different color, painted different color by the way, but you can't tell because there's shadows. There's shadows everywhere. There's shadows in our lives. There's shadows. There's places where God doesn't touch in our lives. There's a division in our minds between sacred and secular, and we come in here and we do the sacred thing. And then we go home. Maybe we have our little bit of sacred time, and then we have our secular time, our me time, our whatever time, our unplugged time, and then we go here, right? And we're just off and on. So we're just a light switch. But what God says is that, no, there's no shadows. I'm light. I shine everywhere. There's no place I don't touch. That's what he's talking about, being a living sacrifice. Everywhere. Every aspect of your life is for God and for his glory. Look what it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19. You are not your own, for you were bought with a price. So glorify God in your body. You were bought with a price. What was the price? The life of Jesus. God incarnate came to earth, suffered and died on the cross for us, right? He purchased us. He ransomed us. These are all the words we use. He's our Redeemer, right? He purchased us for salvation, for our salvation, and for his glory. And so this is what he did. This is what he does for us. And so there's no part of our lives. And so here's the amazing part. Ready? This doesn't mean that you spend all of your day in here on your knees, right? Like just worshiping and like you don't do anything else. Because God is loving. And he's gracious and he's given us all sorts of good gifts. And we can enjoy those gifts. He wants us to enjoy those gifts. He does. The beautiful, amazing things, right? The serene landscapes that we see, right? The beach, like amazing friends, amazing food, great drinks, like whatever it is. He gave those to us. Enjoy them. They're for your entertainment, for your fun, for your pleasure, for his glory. And if those are incompatible, it's not his that's incompatible. It's whatever you're doing. Everything that God has given us, we can do for his glory. Our marriages, our parenting, our work, everything. Our lives can be living sacrifices. The question is do we allow them?